BC's Solicitor General is looking for ways to improve policing around the capital region, but amalgamation of services is not necessarily a dead issue just yet. Shirley Bond says the province would prefer to integrate Greater Victoria's police departments, and where there are gaps in policing, Bond says she is willing to meet with agencies to find improvements. As A News reporter Stephen Andrews shows us, one department's already looking at changing the way it handles major crime.
The debate on whether Greater Victoria Police Department should be amalgamated is being reignited, this time with BC's new Solicitor General.
I'm not going to rush to have a discussion about amalgamation. There's always lots of political and interesting debate about that. I want to make sure that we have integrated services where people feel they're well served.
But there are those in policing who say the integrated model isn't entirely working, leaving gaps in policing. They point to the Saanich Police Department investigating their own homicides instead of being part of the Vancouver Island Major Crime Unit. But there are signs that could change. Saanich's police chief says the time will come when that decision will be reviewed.
Nothing's ever carved in stone. I think we could very well look at that initiative and make a decision that might be a good thing to do.
Chadwick supports the Solicitor General. He says more could be done to improve policing in the capital region, but he believes each community should have its own department.
Municipalities and communities are best served by having dedicated police departments that serve their particular needs. And in Saanich's case, the taxpayers of Saanich certainly seem to be happy with the service they're getting.
Victoria agrees, but it questions how the service is delivered.
You can't conduct modern policing in 2011 simply at the patrol level. There is an entire sophisticated back end to policing of investigation, policy, and support that has to be covered. Otherwise, you're not a viable policing service.
For her part, the Solicitor General acknowledges improvements could be made.
I think there is a room for a very productive discussion about how we do a better job of policing where there are numerous police forces involved, and I look forward to that discussion in the months ahead.
Victoria is optimistic, saying it welcomes the opportunity to brief the minister. But neither department is holding out much hope to resolve an issue that's been around for a long time.
I've been dealing with this issue now for 32 years, and nothing has really changed.
The fact that 35 years later, or in our case 100 years later or 104 years later, we're still not amalgamated, I think it speaks to the level of service that we provide to the municipality.
So far, the province hasn't said what further integration will look like or when it plans to meet with Greater Victoria departments. In Victoria, Stephen Andrew, A News.